Welcome, one and all, to episode 493 of Scotch and Smoke Rings. I'm your friendly neighborhood Oxhorn here, as always, with suspenders set to maximum stun. Got a great show for you today. We had a wonderful live stream earlier today of Fallout 76, and today we will be playing Wolfenstein: The New Order, Part 7. We're well on our way through this game, at least halfway through the program, or through the game, I believe. But we still have so much more to go. I had some computer issues with the game earlier, which is why I'm a little late. I'm about 1 or 2 minutes late to the broadcast. I couldn't get the game to detect my mouse, but I just did. So I think we're going to be good to go. So if you're new to the program, the way this works is for the first half of this broadcast, we have a bit of a Q&A where you guys chat and I chat and we talk and, we talk. And then after that, we go and play the game. So that's what we're going to do right now. This is my favorite part of the program, where I talk with you and drink scotch. Today, we are drinking some 12-year-old 14-year-old Glenfiddich single malt Scotch whiskey bourbon barrel reserve. It's a fine scotch. We've been enjoying it on the program. And we're only drinking one beverage today instead of the 3 that we were drinking last week. That's a healthy portion. We've got to make sure we keep things healthy here on Scotch and Smoke Rings. Which, of course, is why we're only using the finest scotch and finest cigars. Speaking of cigars, I cut one. I thought I did. And I brought it here. No. I didn't. I forgot to cut my cigar. Talk about show prep. Hold on. We can't go any farther. This is a roadblock. It stops here. Got to get the cigar. Hold on. There we go. There we go. I was sworn what was something earlier. What, it's still something we can talk about. And that's the point. Hi all, says Jason M. Hey there, Jason M. Good to have you. Uncle Cuz says, I usually hate gamers on YouTube. But Oxhorn, you're awesome, man. Thanks, Uncle Cuz. Good to have you here. Sean Fun, Fornango is here. And David Miller. Good to have you all on the program today. The hazards of smoking during a live stream. You see, it's the microphone. Oh. I've already burned one hole in my pop filter from this. What is it they say? First world problems. Now. Bella Lestrange says, evening everyone, lols. Shame for getting the cigar. It isn't Scotch and Smoke Rings without the cigar. I agree. These are the most important parts. Though, I must say, today I have another important part. Because it's so close to Christmas, I get to enjoy the Christmas present my mother made for me, my rum balls, which I showed off last week. A.M. Swain says, hey Oxhorn, tried some of that same scotch on Christmas. First time drinking scotch ever. So good. Hope all is well. It is a fine scotch. As you can see, I've been pacing myself. There are still some rum balls left, but only a few. And, I have an obligation here. The first rule of streaming, live streaming, is you never let your viewers see you eat on camera. No one wants to see that. It's unattractive. So, logically, that means I got to get through this entire thing tonight. So that you never have to watch me eat it again. Those are the rules. Pizza Time says that was a fast 1 hour. I know. I didn't have time for dinner. Hence the rum balls. I went downstairs. My kids are watching other YouTubers. That's the thing. They can't watch my program because it's not for kids. So they watch other YouTubers. There's this guy. He's like a panda. And he plays games like Minecraft and Roblox. Games I've never even heard of. I mean, I've heard of Minecraft, but not Roblox and other weird, like, kid games. And he does it, role-playing as a panda with headset. And my son loves it. So he'll sit there and watch that guy forever. My daughter, she's not interested. And so she'll just play with toys while Bubby humors himself. Never let them see you eat on camera. It's just uncouth. God forbid you actually talk with your mouth full, too. Ugh. All right, where's my cigar? What's your favorite? I can do this. Thomas says getting wasted. Ox? No. That's the Scotch and smoke rings. I never get wasted on this program. It's not gentlemanly. Alex said you should make a kid-friendly show. Yeah. I don't know. I'd lose interest. I mean, I love playing with my kids. My daughter made a bunch of little ninjas today. She took her dollies and she has this blue masking tape, and she put the blue masking tape over their eyes. And she says, "Daddy, these are ninjas." And so I went downstairs and we played ninjas, and she would bring dinosaurs and monsters, and I used the ninjas to just bat them away. Yeah, She had a lot of fun. So I like that, but if I had to make a channel doing that all day, I mean, I would lose my joy for it. Not with this. Like with Fallout, I could never get tired of Fallout. It's something I enjoy, but it's not kid-friendly, so I can't let my kids watch it. John Lizana says, like I said, you keep doing you. The hell with other people's opinions. Keep it up, my friends. Thanks, John. I try to be respectful of other people's opinions and let people have their say, but it's my channel, and I play the games I like. King Patch says you're making your daughter proud, lol. Okay. Jason says, do you comb your beard before you start streaming? No, I don't. Thomas says, what music do you play during the show? I play ragtime music from my family band. They're not around anymore, but a long time ago, my dad's side of the family had a family band called the Dixie River Rats. And they would perform at state fairs and things like that. And this is their album, the cut-in album. And gave me a copy and said I could play it during Scotch and Smoke Rings. So they're probably getting the largest audience they've ever heard through this program. But they don't know anything about games. Like, they're from a different generation. So they don't know what I do. I say, can I play your music during my show? They're like, show? Well, like on TV? No, it's an internet thing. I play games. They're like, oh, sure. They don't know what I do. Mark says, grew up on suspiciously strong rum balls at a younger age? Really? You ate rum balls at a young age? Lol, he says. Enjoy taking care of the Nazis tonight, friend. I know. It's going to be great tonight. We can end our Thursday killing Nazis. I got to move this because it's getting in the way of my productivity. I got to relight my cigar because I've been talking too much. Evoto says, do you have any goals for 2018? Play more games, smoke more cigars, eat more rum balls, I guess. And I play it not just because it's a family band. It's good music. I was only introduced to Dixieland music through my family, on my dad's side. I never grew up with it here at home. They live in a completely different state. And then I listened to some of the performances, and I listened in on some of their practice sessions, and I was like, wow, this is good music. Mitchell Price says, the game. Patience. We will get to the game. Don't worry. But this is Scotch and Smoke Rings. I've been doing this for 9 years. No longer than that now. It's 2019. It'll be 10 years. June of 2019. Wow. Holy cow. So I've been doing it for 9 years, almost 10 years, and it's followed the same episode. I smoke a cigar. I drink scotch. The rum balls are new. But then I talk with you, and then we play the game later. That's what we do. This is the program. Glad you're here. Jimbo says, Yo, Ox, that cigar's coming mighty close to that mic. I don't know if you can hear the fire burning. Marcus Ostgård says, I suggest... Sorry if I'm butchering your name. I apologize. Östergaard. Swedish. I suggest this substitute. Child-friendly show should be aptly named Roblox and Rum Balls. Also, are we doing anything special for episode 500? Oh. I hadn't even thought of that. I suppose I should. You know, whenever I have an anniversary or a special episode, I can't ever think of anything special to do. This was my struggle for episode 400. Like everyone leading up to episode 400 was like, Oxhorn, you got to do something special. And I couldn't think of anything special. So then episode 400 comes and I completely forgot about it. I don't think I did anything special for that episode. All right, time to taste the beverage. Important stuff. What are your thoughts on the responders? I mean, I love the responders. I think they were a great force in Appalachia. I mean, if I could criticize them a bit, they're a bit preachy in the game. Anyone else getting that vibe? They're a bit preachy. They have wonderful information, but they feel like everyone should be with them. And we kind of went over that in the latest broadcast of Fallout 76. They weren't as bad as the Brotherhood. Don't get me wrong. The Brotherhood will tell you to do what they say at gunpoint. The responders were just a bit preachy about it. Fleet Master Michael says, any update on the Fallout 2 front? Okay. And then another one from Caesar. Are you planning to play Fallout 2? Okay, look. It's bookmarked with a piece of clothing from my trench coat. But it's bookmarked, which means I'm getting through it. Look, here's the thing. I'm working on Fallout 2 right now. Now calm down, hold on. That doesn't mean that I'm going to be coming out with the Fallout 2 series next week. It doesn't. This is the way I work. When I did my Fallout 1 series, I spent weeks and months getting through the game and shooting footage. It's not like Fallout 3, Fallout New Vegas, and Fallout 4, where I've played all of those games already and I know where things are, and I can organize pretty easily to produce an episode. With Fallout 2, I've never played it before. I know a lot about the lore from playing all of the other Fallouts, so I'm still familiar with it, and I played Fallout 1, so I am familiar with the game mechanics, though they changed a lot in Fallout 2. And now that I'm getting into Fallout 2, holy cow, this game is amazing. I can't believe I missed this in the 90s when I was younger and this game came out. Fallout 2 is an amazing game. It's so much more expansive than Fallout 1. Fallout 1 was great. I loved Fallout 1, don't get me wrong. But, I mean, it's like a 10-episode series. I went through the entire game, and how many episodes was it? 13? I forget how many episodes. But, you know, that was the game. I didn't miss anything. I covered everything in Fallout 1. Except for killing children. I didn't kill children in Fallout 1. For some reason, people get really, like, you have to show the killing of the children in the game. In Fallout 1 and Fallout 2, you can kill kids. Oxhorn, are you not going to kill kids in Fallout 1 and Fallout 2? It's not the same Fallout if you don't kill... Well, come on, I'm not going to kill kids in Fallout. Come on. Anyway, but this game, it's like they took Fallout 1 and injected it with Psycho, because it's like on steroids. There's so many more choices you can make, so many more ways you can customize your character, and it makes it a little bit more challenging to distill all of that into one cohesive narrative. But I can do it, and I'm working on it. It's gonna take time, so I beg your patience. I know you really want it. The number one comment I get on every single video I publish is, when are you doing Fallout 2? When is Fallout 2 coming? And I always say soon, trademark, because, you know, it's a laborious process. I'm already well into Fallout 3 and Fallout 76 and the other Fallouts, so I can quickly come up with a lore video on those games. But with Fallout 2, I really got to step into that world, and I'm constantly reloading saves to get the same footage. It's really difficult to get all of the different dialogue options in Fallout 1 and Fallout 2 because it's not like you can quick save and then back out, and it's just much more tricky. You've got to manage your save slots, and it's laborious, but it's going to be worth it. So hang tight. Hang tight. It's going to happen. Soon, TM. Chase says, I subbed for a long time. Please give me a shout out. It would make my day. Shout out to Chase. Glad you're here. What are you smoking, says the moon. I'm smoking a La Aurora y Leon Corojo. Scratch and Sniff says, close your eyes. He kind of sounds like Woody from Toy Story. Well, I mean, if people are saying I sound like Tom Hanks, I'm not going to complain. Tom Hanks sounds great. It's your boy Jack says, hey, off-topic question. Do you have a Nintendo Switch? I don't. I don't have any console. My wife has an Xbox. She'll play console games, but I don't have any consoles, and I haven't owned one since my PlayStation days. I was raised on console games. I loved console games when I was younger. The original NES. I mean, me and my brother, our bonding as brothers, as children, was all over video games. And frankly, he was the good gamer. I was never the good gamer in the household. Whenever we got to a level that I couldn't beat, I just handed the controller to him, and he beat it for us. But ironically, I end up doing gaming video and commentary on YouTube. Well, he doesn't. He chooses not to. But yeah, lots of fond console memories. But then, you know, ever since I kind of got out of gaming in college, and then I got into World of Warcraft PC game. You know, I've been PC for a very long time. Not politically correct, as in peace, you know what I mean. Minted Cow says, thanks for your content, Ox. Do you still do epic smoke ships at the end of your shows? I remember you doing that way back during your WoW days. You've got a very long memory, my friend. He's right, I did used to do smoke ships. The problem is that I've got a much larger audience. So back then, as I ended the program, I would blow a smoke ship like Gandalf did from Lord of the Rings. It took a lot of training. You know, I'm sad that I can't do it these days because I spent a long time training with the Smoke Ring Ninjas to be able to do it. And it was a skill I developed. But then the show is so much more, the chat just goes by so quickly, and I can't make the smoke ship based on your suggestions anymore. So I dropped that portion of the program. But just as an example, let's say, you remember Master and Commander, the movie with Russell Crowe, or the book, if you read it before. Okay, his ship, I forget what it's called. That ship. I'll do that ship. Are you ready? All right, I haven't lost the touch. It's been years since I've done a smoke ship, but I can still do it. It just takes a little bit of work. Pay attention, because it is smoke, and it evaporates away quickly. Here we go. Gotta focus. Oh, it's burning the smoke focus. Wow, you see that? Oh man, for the briefest of moments before your very eyes was the same ship from Master and Commander, piloted by none other than Russell Crowe. What can I say? It's a gift. I try not to do it too often because that would just be bragging. Welcome, Caesar, new member. Good to have you on the program. Oh yeah, rum balls. Sometimes I get powdered sugar in my mustache. Keta says, I missed the smoke ships too. Tyler says, this ship is England. Kevin says, Ox, I love your channel. Best and most genuine YouTube. Oh, thank you. You can see why I stopped doing that segment, right? A lot of fun. Popular segment, but man, it just takes so much out of me. I bet listening to me chew that rum ball was just wonderful. I'll have to replay it so I can hear what that sounded like. This is why you don't eat on camera. Did this just start or is it ending? It just started. About 20 minutes ago. Adam says, I really have to buy your book, you crazy rumball dude, you. I had a lot of fun writing my book, but bear in mind I wrote it when I was a teenager, so it was a long time ago. But I still really enjoyed it. Jose says, Ox, can you test the Nuka Dark rum? I tasted it during the program last week, and I was really surprised that the comment section of the upload later was so focused on the rum. I mentioned this during the program earlier today, but apparently the rum is controversial too. Like everything Bethesda does seems to be controversial, but apparently the rum was controversial too, and it had to do with the bottle not being glass. I thought the bottle was plastic when we bought it, so I don't really understand that criticism. Like, I wasn't expecting like a blown glass bottle, and I certainly wasn't expecting the best rum in the world, you know, as if it was Captain Morgan infused with flakes of gold or something like that. It's okay, rum. It's not the worst I've had. It's not the best I've had. I like Kraken rum. I like a good spiced Kraken rum. That's my favorite rum. And it wasn't that. But it's palatable. It's not the worst in the world. And I also I don't really do reviews on this channel. So my intent was, I kind of gauged it as a review. I guess I should have really reviewed it. But, I mean, I'm a rum reviewer, so. Looks like I missed some comments. Hold on, scrolling up. Zimzam says, what's your opinion on vodka and rum? Also, will you release the New Vegas intro? I'm not a big fan of vodka. It just doesn't taste like anything. It's just fire and inebriation. I don't get vodka. I've had it. It's done horrible things to me. I don't get it. Now, for rum, it takes a really dark spiced rum for me to like it. I'm not a fan of Bacardi. It's too... I don't know. I'm not a big fan of Bacardi. But like I said, Kraken is a good rum. Sovereign says, stop by to see You're the Man, Ox. Love ya. That rum sounds interesting. Thank you very much. Kada says, release the Kraken rum. The rum is always gone. A number of movie references in that one. Why is the rum gone? I can't do it. Sailor Jerry is good, says Drummer Mike. Yeah, I started with Sailor Jerry when I was first trying to get into rum, if you can get into rum. I started with Sailor Jerry, and it was all right. And then I went to Captain Morgan, and it was all right. But it wasn't until I found Kraken that I began to enjoy rum. I'm hearing loud noises. Nope, it's okay. Opinion on sake, not my thing. I've tried sake cold, I've tried it warm. It's too rice paper-ish, I guess. This is not my thing. Vault says, what's your opinion on the Enclave in Fallout 76? Well, the lore we get about the Enclave in Fallout 76 is incomplete for me. I know the lore is there. I haven't pieced it all together yet, so I can't really comment on the Enclave story. I can say that, of course, it makes sense for the Enclave to be there. Of all of the factions we find in Appalachia, with the White Springs bunker there in correlation to the real Greenbrier, of course it makes sense that the Enclave would have had a presence at that bunker. Now, how everything rolled out, I mean, we get that through holotapes and terminal entries as we advance through the Enclave quest line. And I'm still a little confused by it, to be perfectly honest. So I don't really know what to say about it. Pizza Time says, Ox, tidy your beard. What do you mean tidy my beard? It's attached to my face. It's not like I can adjust my hat or, fluff it out. It's what? Caesar says, what's your favorite Liberty Prime quote? I really liked it when Liberty Prime reached Bunker Hill in Fallout 4 and then did the big salute to recognizing a national monument. That was probably my favorite Liberty Prime moment. Valtech says, is it just me or is it annoying that all of the guns in Fallout 4 and Fallout 76 are left-handed? Are they? I know the hunting rifle has the left-handed bolt, but are all of them left-handed? I don't know. Judson says, how come you haven't reacted to Outer Worlds yet? I have, many times. Just because you haven't heard me doesn't mean I haven't reacted to it. My channel is not a channel where I publish reaction videos or reviews. My channel is focused on lore, used to be on mods and settlements. Now it's mainly focused on lore and storytelling. So I don't typically, whenever a news thing happens in the gaming world, I don't race out to make a news video. That's not my channel. But when people ask me about my thoughts, I'll respond to them in programs like this show and my live streams. And I've responded to that question quite a lot. All they did is release the trailer. We don't know much more outside that trailer. I love the trailer. I do plan to play it when it comes out. It looks like a lot of fun. I'm thrilled. If Obsidian made it, they know how to make wonderful RPGs. So I'm excited to play it. That's really all I can say, having just seen the trailer like everyone else watching. Ruler says, what about the new game from Interplay? I don't know. Do you mean Obsidian? Did you mean Outer Worlds? Because Interplay I don't think exists anymore. Josh says, Scotch and Smoke Rings episode 500. Ox does ASMR. No thanks. I don't think I'll do that. I'm not an ASMR channel. This whole ASMR thing has really kind of happened recently, hasn't it? There are a lot of people out there getting really close to the microphone and just like speaking spookily and like smacking their lips, and I don't understand. Like sometimes I'll try to speak in a narrative way when I do my videos, but that's not really an ASMR thing. I don't know. Ever gonna shave? I've shaved before. I don't plan to do it again. Don't recommend it. Actually gonna play Resident Evil 2. It's probably not high up on my list. Bo Roberts says, do you think Bethesda will add more lore to Fallout 76? Yeah, they're going to be coming out with DLCs, and the DLCs will be free to those who just purchased the game. It's not like we're going to have to buy those DLCs, according to what they've said. So they will be coming out with DLCs. Likely, they will be vaults. So I'm excited. Welcome, new member, Vault Tech Boy 54. Taz says, Ox, when will you export more of your settlements to the Nexus? And then Judson says, there was gameplay for Outer Worlds. I hate to say it, because I don't want to be one of the guys who starts something and doesn't finish it. But there are like 36 settlements in Fallout 4. I've done all of them, but I haven't revisited all of them. And it would take an enormous amount of effort for me to get them all online. So I probably won't be doing that for anytime soon. As for the gameplay of Outer World, if they release that video, then I missed it. And I'll have to check it out so that I can properly respond to your comment. Chicken says, "Hey Ox, have you played Red Dead Redemption 2? I haven't. I've seen a lot of videos and animated GIFs and memes about Red Dead Redemption 2, but I haven't played it yet. It seems like the kind of game I would really enjoy, but they don't have it for the PC. So I'll play it when it comes out on the PC. Line Cliche says, Oxhorn, what happened to the free Fallout 1, 2, 3 New Vegas and Tactics? I don't know if 3 was included in there with New Vegas. Maybe it was. I don't know. But I did just recently see a Bethesda post on the Bethesda forums talking about how they're going to be delivering those to people who purchase the game soon. Pre-ordered the game. I don't know any more than that or any more than you do. But yeah, I'm waiting for it just like everyone else. How does it feel to be done with New Vegas, says Tomb. Bittersweet. On one hand, I feel gratified because I achieved it. You know, I made a video for every single quest. I did the entire story for every single faction you can end with, covered every snippet of recorded dialogue in the game, read every note, visited every location, listened to every holotape. I mean, I've done everything. And yet, so, I mean, I'm glad about that I was able to put it on my channel, but then also it's like, that's it. I love New Vegas. That's it. So, yeah, I'm going to be focusing on Fallout 3 and 76 and 2 soon. Not right now, but soon. But I will also occasionally go back to New Vegas to talk about things that I didn't cover or talk about a new theory or tie it in with some of the other games. There will still be things I can talk about with New Vegas. It's not like I'm going to stop. For example, I still have to release my video on whether or not I think the Yes Man ending of the game is good for the Mojave. And then I'm going to be releasing a video for my choice on which faction to side with. Joe Cool says, just went back and started watching Oxhorn's short shorts. Couldn't stop laughing. Those were the good old days. Years ago now. Well over 10 years ago now. Mark says, Ox, would you consider playing Final Fantasy VII? It's more steampunk than fantasy, and I think you'd really enjoy it. It was a big part of my childhood. You and me both. Final Fantasy VII was my first RPG ever. It introduced me to RPGs, and frankly, it was the first modern, I guess you could say, game that I ever played. Before that, all the games I played were on the NES, you know, and Sega Genesis, really. It was my first PlayStation game, and I loved it. I spent countless hours. I tell you what I did that is insane. I got the Game Genie, and I used the Game Genie to make Eris immortal, but the way to get her back as a companion is you have to level her up as high as you can at Wutai, because as you know, after Wutai, well, spoilers. But if you level, so what I did is every day after school I would come home and I would just run around Wutai killing birds with my guys until I got Eris and everyone else in the party to level 99. Then what happened to Eris, and then I could use the Game Genie to resurrect her later, so that towards the end of the game I had a full party including Eris again. So yeah, fond memories of that game, but I probably won't be doing a lore series on it. Could you briefly sum up your general Fallout 76 opinion? Sure. I do get this question a lot, but it's worth answering again. Fallout 76, in my opinion, works... Okay, so here's what I won't talk about. I'm not going to talk about what everyone talks about. Everyone wants to focus on the bugs and the glitches and the game graphics and the engine and all of that. And all of that criticism is perfectly legitimate, but it's not my expertise, and it's not why I play the game. I don't play the game for any of that. If that's all there was to Fallout 76, I wouldn't be playing it. I'm playing the game for the story. That said, there is criticism that the story isn't very good, or that there's no story at all. And I will disagree. I think the story is fine, but it caters to a single player experience. In fact, I can't even imagine really getting much from the story if you're playing the game multiplayer as it's intended. And the reason for that is because the very nature of a Fallout game is for you to pause and reflect. To sit there and listen to a holotape while you're being attacked by super mutants, to pick up the note and to take time to read it, like to actually read it, to sit in a terminal with 15 terminal entries as, fighting is going on around you. Everything that moves the story forward in Fallout 76 isn't really suited well for a multiplayer game. I'm glad Fallout 76 is multiplayer. It's not something I partake in. I prefer to enjoy the game as a single-player experience because that's the best way, and in my opinion, the only way we can really get anything from the story of the game. So there's plenty of story there, but it's only there if you take the time to stop and play it as if it's a single-player game. That said, I do agree that the story is limited by the lack of NPCs. I still think there are plenty of NPCs in the game that give you quests. There are plenty of humorous NPCs. They're all robots. Traditional Fallout games not only have robots, but have the humans that you can get to know, and it makes you feel like what you're doing means something because those people are still alive. And that's the problem with Fallout 76. No matter what you do, it doesn't mean anything. Even launching nukes doesn't mean anything. Every single Fallout game we can play, no matter what you do, you end the game and all of your choices that you've made throughout your gameplay get flown up in your face, and you get to see the ramifications of the choices you've made, particularly in Fallouts 1, 2, so I've been led to believe, and New Vegas, particularly in New Vegas, where they did that really well. And it makes you feel like you did something, right? In Fallout 76, simply by the nature of the game being multiplayer, we don't get any of that. So you got to play the game like a detective who is assembling what has already happened in the past into a story, but you're not impacting that story. Even when you follow the primary quest, even if you choose to achieve all of the goals of all of the various factions, you don't feel like anything has changed by the time you're done with it. And that's a bit of a bummer. And I don't know. I think that in the future, when they come out with DLCs, the game would benefit from voiced NPCs. Not necessarily companions, but voiced NPCs you can interact with. Another limiting factor to the story of Fallout 76 without the voiced NPCs is the lack of levity. One of the wonderful things about the Fallout franchise is, yes, it's dark. Yes, there are horrible things that you can read about. It's not a game for children. It's a mature game. But it also has a lot of levity, a lot of humorous moments. And most of those moments come with other characters that you can interact with. Like Parker Quinn, for example, in Fallout 4. He's hilarious. Not a big player in the plot of the game, but that would not work in a holotape. That interaction just wouldn't work in a holotape. And what works in a holotape is someone's story, and that someone is dead. What doesn't work in a holotape is a comical character that you can joke around with and then make a decision about later on. So without that, the game feels much darker than a typical Fallout game. And a little bit more hopeless, especially when the things that you do don't really mean anything. And that's a bit of a bummer. Now, I have to give Bethesda credit because they tried something that I think, to my knowledge, was experimental and really hadn't been done before. What would happen if we threw 500 people into a world where everyone was dead? I mean, I have to give them credit for trying something new. So I don't think that they were evil or they made a horrible decision. I'm not going to get on that crazy train. I think that in retrospect, making that decision to remove voiced NPCs from the game was probably not for the best interest of the enjoyment of Fallout 76. I'm still really enjoying it, and I still like piecing together that story. So the game has merit, and I'm having a great time. It has its flaws. Whoa, lots of comments flying by. Okay, I gotta catch up here. Hold on. Andrew says, you're really missing out with Spider-Man for the PS4. Love your channel. Keep up the great work. You're a great father as well. That's very kind. Thank you very much. Yeah, I mean, there are a lot of wonderful games that have come out that are console only that I do feel, I'm robbed by not being able to play them, but c'est la vie. Bernard says, no questions today, just sending some shekels your way. Well, thank you. That's very kind. Keith says, thoughts on playing Troika games like Arcanium of Steamworks and Magic Obscura. Seems like they are perfect for this channel. I'll take notes of those because that does sound interesting. I have found another game that I want to do content for after I finish L.A. Noire. I'm not going to talk about that yet because the last thing I need is everybody going to my, where are the videos on blah, blah, blah that you said that you were going to do? So, but I mean, I am exploring other games that I can introduce to the channel and cover their lore. But I'm still really focused on Fallout. I mean, I've been doing Fallout for almost 3 years now, over 3 years now. And, you know, there's no shortage of content. So I got a lot to get through. Ruler says, what about going ahead and playing the new Doom and Wolfenstein on Scotch and Smoke Rings? I might. So the reason I'm playing the older Wolfensteins is because I was told by viewers during a live broadcast probably, a year ago now, that the latest Wolfenstein, the Colossus, really was disappointing in terms of its story because it got too socialist. And that's a bummer. But I don't know if it's something I want to play. Plus, it's really graphically... These games have graphic nudity as well, as we saw last week, where I quickly had to switch screens. But if a game has too much of that, where it's going to come at any moment, then I can't live stream it on YouTube, right? So I don't know. It's something I have to think about. Out of Earth says, hey Ox, would you be interested in The Evil Within or playing more Outlast? Like the DLC or the sequel? Both games are full of lore and I think you'd really enjoy them. I did play Outlast, and I played Outlast 1, and I tried to get through Outlast 2, and it was just too much for me. I mean, you walk into a big pit filled with dead babies, and I was like, okay, I think I'm gonna pass. This game's a pass. So, but yeah, I mean, there are plenty of other games that I could do content on. It's just a matter of sitting down and deciding which ones I really want to focus on while also doing Fallout lore. George says, hey Oxhorn, do you have a P.O. box so we can send you mail? I used to, but I don't. I don't have a P.O. box anymore. I moved recently. My addresses are all messed up. I don't think I'm going to be coming out with a P.O. box anytime soon. My channel has grown a lot since then. But if you wanted to send me something, thank you very much. That's very kind. Brandon says, Ox, the wife and I are sitting down to dinner looking forward to watching Scotch and Smoke Rings. Anything new and exciting planned for 2019? Keep up the great work. Well, thanks. I'm glad you two can enjoy the program together. For 2019, I've got a packed schedule. I've got lots of Fallout 76 lore to get through, while at the same time, we're really focusing on Fallout 3. We're going to get through a lot of Fallout 3. I haven't even touched the main story of Fallout 3 to Fallout 3 at all. Really, I've been focusing on the side quests and some of the side locations. There are still a lot of side locations to get through, as well as side quests and the main plot to Fallout 3. So that's going to take a big front row seat of my content. We also need to get through the full story of Fallout 4. There are a few other locations on Fallout 4 I haven't covered, and I haven't even touched the Far Harbor DLC. Well, okay, I take that back. I have touched it. I did a video on a few of the characters in Far Harbor and which ending I think is best, but I haven't done a story, like a full story of Far Harbor yet, so I want to do that. In addition to that, there's Fallout 2, Fallout Tactics, which I want to tackle both of those. Don't know if I'm going to do Brotherhood of Steel. Don't think I will. I don't know if I will or not. And then other games. Lots of other games that I'd love to do. Metro Exodus is coming out soon. I'd love to live stream that. Cyberpunk 2077 is coming out. I'd love to live stream that, but that one, the issue with that one is all the nudity. Well, I don't know if I'll be able to do that on my program. YouTube is not like Twitch. YouTube is much less, even though it's a game and it's artistic, YouTube is much less tolerant for nudity at all in games, and they don't want to allow you to make any revenue for videos with nudity in it. So that's a problem for someone who makes their living on YouTube and wants to talk about these games, because they do have artistic merit, even if they have nudity. And but it just makes things tricky. With Twitch, you can get by, but not on YouTube. So I don't know. It's something I have to think about. What's the Fallout enemy you like most? That's a really tricky one. I love the story behind the marked men from the Lonesome Road DLC of Fallout New Vegas. The ghost people are okay, but not my favorite. But the marked men are pretty cool. Then, in Fallout 76, the Mothman is just great. I love everything about the Mothman. Thomas says, Oxhorn, would you wear Gucci suspenders if they had any? I wouldn't say no. How about that? I wouldn't say no. John says, Ox, have you ever thought about Silent Hill 2? The best story I've ever seen. I played Silent Hill 1 on the PlayStation when it came out, and I was blown away by that game. Holy cow, was it creepy. I never got around to Silent Hill 2, so I'm not sure what the story is like. I'll have to look into it. You could stream it on Twitch, says Dan. Yeah, but most of my followers are here. I think I have 10,000 followers on Twitch. And I abandoned Twitch a long time ago because they gave me an ultimatum. They said, look, you're streaming to both Twitch and YouTube right now. We're going to remove your partner status on Twitch unless you stream solely with us. And I understood that was part of their partner agreement. I respected that, but I also had 1 million followers on YouTube, and I said, no, YouTube then. Sorry. So yeah, I'm not on Twitch. Maybe someday. What about BioShock Infinite? Yeah, we did BioShock 1 during Scotch and Smoke Rings last year, so I do need to get through the other BioShocks. I've been told that they're not only great, but also very different. I haven't played any of the other ones yet, so yeah, maybe we'll be doing that sometime soon. Ox, you missed my question before Roberts. Okay. Oh, there it is. If you had to be a scientist in a Vault-Tec vault, which vault would you choose and why, assuming all experiments continued as Vault-Tec planned? Assuming all experiments continued as Vault-Tec planned? Well, then I can't say Vault 81 because that one stepped away from the primary plan of Vault-Tec. A scientist? Man, that's a great question. You're basically asking me which evil experiment would I like most to be a part of. I can't even answer that because they're all so horrible. I don't want to be involved in any of them. No, I mean, that one involves kids. I couldn't do that to kids. Man, I don't know. I'd have to sit and think about it. That's something I can't answer recklessly, so I'm going to bow out. Great question, but man, there's a lot there. Hey, Oxhorn, do you have hair? Yes. It's on top of my head. All right. Hold on. What are we? How are we 51 minutes into this program? That went by really quickly. Brandon says, sup, you sexy beast. Thank you. I will try to continue to be beast-like in my sexiness. On that note, Antonio says, you don't inhale cigar smoke, right? Right. You don't inhale cigar smoke. You just taste the flavor and expel. Oh, man. Tried to wash the rum ball down with scotch. Ooh. I can't get through any more of this. Too rich. Kevin says, yay. A good question. Maybe a video idea? Maybe. Jay Cannibal says, I miss Dead Space. I have heard great things about Dead Space. That is one of the games I have been considering. At least during Scotch and Smoke Rings. Brandon says I'll have to come back after payday funds are low. That's all right. Don't worry about your funds on this program. Just enjoy the program. You don't have to tip. I'm just glad you're here. Abhorse says Gary. Indeed, Gary. Who made your hat? I don't know who made it, but I got it from a website over a decade ago called MikeTheHatter.com. I don't know if they're still around. Brandon says Duke Nukem is a great game. Well, it sounds good. Try Skyrim, you won't regret it, says Cadet. I actually have. I played through the entire story of Skyrim on this channel. Pardon me. In fact, you can find a playlist of my entire live stream of the primary plot on my channel homepage. Mark says, Ox usually go on about booze to you, but really enjoy all of your lore streams and walkthroughs. Thanks for everything. Well, thank you, Mark. Taz says, Ox, would you consider the Deus Ex series? I don't know anything about it. I would consider anything, but I don't know anything about it. See, that's the thing. Many of you are going to be mentioning games that I just don't know anything about. I really am not the biggest gamer. I play Fallout, and I've got memories of games I played in my childhood, but I don't really play a whole lot of games. I'm trying to get better, which is why I'm playing other games than Scotch and Smoke Rings. Cody says, how much longer, Ox? Well, 6 minutes until we start the game. Are you going to play Fallout 76? I play Fallout 76 many times each week, and I have those live streams organized in a Fallout 76 live stream playlist on my channel homepage. We played Fallout 76 earlier today, but right now we're going to be playing some Wolfenstein: The New Order. Ox, are you enjoying Fallout 76? Yeah, despite its flaws, I'm still having a good time. I wouldn't be playing it if I didn't enjoy it. The thing I like most about it is, I mean, even after everything I just said earlier in the program about the story to Fallout 76, some of my favorite stories in the past Fallout episodes, or the past Fallout games, have been the environmental storytelling that Bethesda and Obsidian have done in their games. So this game is chock full of that, and I love that about it. It's great for what I try to do here. Oh, Vellingham says, oh, Oxhorn, hope you're having a good day. And here's a tip. Oh, and another tip to avoid demonetization. I don't remember exactly, but at the Hideout, Anya will ask you to give her a file, and a scene will occur soon after. Oh, I think we went through that scene last week. Did you watch my episode last week? I think I avoided that scene just in time. I quickly ran over here and pushed the full screen button and avoided it. The sound effects were still there. Unfortunate. But I just said they went jogging. Aerobic exercise. It's good for the heart. You missed my I'm sorry, guys. I keep scrolling back up to try and find them all. Oh, there it is. Matthew says, hey, Ox, I love what you do. I bought 3 shirts from you and a mug. I'll post a picture eventually on Twitter. Greetings from a French-Canadian region. Well, great to have you on the program. We have quite a diverse viewership here on the program. Lots of people from all over the globe. And thank you for buying from my shop. I can't wait to see the photo. Duke Nukem is a great game, says Brandon. Well, maybe I'll have to look into it. George Zakarian says, Ox, will you ever do another long lore story like the Order of Mysteries in Fallout 76? Yeah. So tomorrow is a Fallout 76 video about Huntersville, and that starts a short series about how super mutants got to Appalachia, which is going to be a lot of fun. Then I'll be doing a short series on Oasis for Fallout 3. another 3-video series. So yeah, lots of new series coming up. Tom says, have you done the Nightmare Challenge at the home base yet? You sleep on a bed in the attic and you go into a nightmare level. I have. We had a lot of fun with that, I think, on my 3rd or 4th stream of the game. Anna says, hey, Ox, do you have a new schedule? If so, can you post it on YouTube? I don't have a new schedule. I haven't really decided what I want to do with my streaming schedule after the new year. I'm still jet lagged from my trip. The power was out at my house for 3 days. It completely messed up my schedule. So I've sort of been live streaming when I get on, like when I get a chance. That's what I did today, for example. I started at around noon, which is 2 hours later than I was supposed to. Yeah, sorry about that. I don't have a new schedule for you, so I guess see you when I see ya. I'll try to find something and update it. Henry says, hello from Wales, Oxhorn. I loved your Yes Man series so much. In fact, here's a tip. Keep up the good work. Well, thank you. Huntersville. I'm excited. Yeah, Huntersville is really exciting. Especially if you watched my live stream coverage of Huntersville. I missed a terminal when I went through the first time. I had to go back and find it again. So if you watched my live stream, you didn't get the full story. Be sure to tune in tomorrow morning for the full story. Something horrible at Huntersville. Okay, it's time for Wolfenstein. Got a Scotch, Gordon's over here. Look up my ashtray, set this over here. Take this, move it over. Stretch it. There we go. Now let's see where we left off. Hatsitotsi with a tip. Thank you very much, Hatsitotsi. Yes, my mouse works. It wasn't working earlier. Okay, where were we? We were in... Oh, that's right. We're in a torpedo tube. Yo! Shotgun upgrade shrapnel. Okay. But if I've got an officer nearby, I need to use my silencer. Ho, ho, ho. Whoops. Doggone it! Is that it? I'm low on ammo. Okay, well, I got the officer, so he's not going to summon backup. Now to move forward. Okay, that's where I need to go, but let's explore downstairs first. Bet they're wondering how I got here. Climbed in through a torpedo bay. Okay, yeah, looks like that's the only way to go. All right. I got to get out of this Fallout mode of finding every side passage. It is a linear game. But then again, secrets. Got to find all those gold bars and Enigma codes. Mr. Money says, Oxhorn, would you ever consider doing a series on Tranquility Lane? Sorry, I can't give money and donate, but I'm broke. Keep up everything you do. You're the greatest. Don't worry about the money. Just watch the program, and I'm so glad you're here. As for Tranquility Lane, I have to wait until I come upon it during the primary plot of the game. I don't want to get ahead of myself. So we'll be doing it, but we're probably... Actually, let me get my silenced. It's going to be a little bit, because we have to wait until we get through the primary plot. New model unlocked? Was that new? Oh, okay. Now, what's over here? Health pack. Overcharge. I love this little pistol. I love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Sorry. Well, guess I didn't watch my surroundings well enough. They kind of snuck up on me. Can't read it. Ah! Enigma code. I'll take it. Did I see armor as well, or was it just that knife? Could use more armor. There we go. Sorry, I know that I get jerky when I play games like this. I'm sorry. I'll try to be less jerky. There. Okay. Oh, I'm sure I will, you Nazi scumbag.
Ramona writes, July 6th, 1941. The Nazi appears to be overly devoted to his police station. I learned this while tossing grenades into the building. 7 grenades went in, but not a single Nazi came out. Does killing Nazis make me a murderer? Don't know. Don't think so. I'm not a soldier, but this is what soldiers do. And I have to steel myself from emotion, like a soldier does.
Well, her audio logs from our last episode were just heart-wrenching. Holy cow. So let's find out exactly how heart-wrenching these are. Oh, another one.
August 9th, 1941. The Nazi appears to be highly gullible. I learned this as I pretended I was drowning and he dove in to save me. Body armor and all. I had only to apply the gentlest of pressures to push him down until he stopped struggling. I am pregnant. It's not showing, but I think mother suspects. I've decided to find an apartment for myself.
Last week we learned that she got pregnant by a Nazi that she had to seduce in order to kill him. Oh, I hope she doesn't do anything horrible to the baby. Oh, man. Stories like this just make me angry. Yeah! Jiminy crickets! Sebastian says, hello, Ox. Thanks for all your content. And could you mention the Viva New Vegas song name? Here's the tip. I made it. I made it myself. I sang in that song. It's based off of Viva Las Vegas by Elvis Presley. But I hired a composer, and we worked on it together for many weeks until we came up with that little ditty. Hold on, my cigar is out again. I love that little pea shooter pistol. I don't know why. I just do. Stealth time again?
August 30th, 1941. I have my own apartment 2 floors above the bakery. I can't have this Nazi baby inside me anymore. It has to come out. I took some pills from my mother's cabinet. They did not work. All they did was make me sick.
Oh, dear God.
Achtung! Ab sofort melden sich alle wichtigen Besatzungsmitglieder auf der Brücke. Kontaminierungskorps, bewaffnet euch und kümmert euch um den Eindringling. Ihr bleibt komplett abgeriegelt, bis die Lage geklärt ist. Das ist ein Befehl!
Ramona writes, September 3rd, 1941. The Nazi appears to be a reckless driver. I learned this after I cut his brake line and his car went over a cliff as he drove down the mountain. I didn't see it happen, but there was a picture in the paper. I had a friend at the university who successfully terminated her pregnancy through consumption of pennyroyal oils. I have written her for instructions.
Anything that way? Nope. Oh, okay. So stealth is out then, I guess. Oh, for Pete's sake. Oh, he got me. Ah, okay. Less recklessness, Oxhorn. Less recklessness. Okay. All right, this is a good moment to relight my cigar. If I hop, as soon as I hop down, they see me, right? Oh, no, I can't go in. Ah. Oh, that guy. Hey, buddy. Okay. Focus. Focus. Where'd he go? He was right here. Did I get him? I got him. Wow. I suck. Oh, for Pete's sake. Oh, jeez. Another heavy guy. Okay. Let them come to you. Let's try that. Let's try letting them come to me. Sorry for my lack of commentary. I'm in a dark place right now. A deep dark place. But I think I'm doing okay now that I've gotten out of that dark place. My place is much less dark, but I wouldn't exactly call it bright. It's more of a twilight place. Bye, Captain. Ha. Got them all. Raise the buoys.
Antenna buoys. Buoy. Silly word.
He just took time out to comment on how buoy is a really silly word. And this reminds me of Point Lookout. Everyone during my Point Lookout series told me that I was pronouncing buoy wrong, that it's supposed to be Bowie or something. Oh, okay.
Cat's in the bag. Bag's in the river.
Woo! Way to go, Captain! We are airborne. Please keep the channel open so we can home in on your signal. Hey, Captain! You've hijacked the Eva's Hammer, the mightiest U-boat in the whole gosh darn Nazi fleet. Best of all, I'll tell you what, there is a nuclear cannon on this vessel. A darn nuclear cannon. Had integrity, this guy. The U-boat captain paraded to his death rather than surrender his vessel. Took the decryption keys to the nuclear cannon with him.
It won't fire.
Normal shells, yes, but not the nuclear warheads. Why don't you talk to us, Captain U-Boat? Why so dead? With those keys, we could just sail right up to Death's Head, obliterate the whole compound, end him once and for all.
So, let's get decryption keys.
Here's the problem. There are no actual nuclear decryption keys on planet Earth. They're stored at the Nazi lunar base.
Oh, really?
U-boat captains must learn them by heart. The lunar base is as secure a facility as the Nazis have. It's where they do all their top secret research these days.
We're going to the moon?
I'll go to the moon. Never been.
Caroline and I, you're putting together a plan back at HQ.
Engelach, we are here.
My father taught me this rhyme as a child. Now many other songs for different places. Whoa, something's moving. You should move out of the way. Move. Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
Can you feel the earth trembling?
This entryway hasn't been used for centuries. Step inside.
Moth says, been watching your streams lately. Keep up the good work and good luck to you. Thank you very much. Glad you're watching.
Mr. Blazkowicz, please, take us inside.
You bet, guys. Stay close. Oh, can I go that way? I want to go that way. Hold on. Hold on. I'm running this show. You can wait for me. I want to see what's over here. No? Just ancient stone. I can't go that way. Just sea water. All right. Sorry, I'm a Fallout player. This is what I do. Calm down. Oh, what's out here? Nothing.
Yeah, you will push the button. It will take us inside.
I'm aware of that. I'll push it.
Very good. How do you kindle a say? Let's get the show on the road.
I tell you, I have waited for this moment. There was many among us who wanted to even the balance of the war. But things happen fast. Our gatekeepers were murdered and some were exiled. Some succeeded. We had begun to transfer much knowledge to the governments who fought the Nazis, and there was hope. For a time, there was hope, till the Nazis dropped the atom bombs. Well, there was no hope then. I remember when the Das Jugend would gather in places like this, it was brimming with life, and the channels of nature was open, and now, I think we may be the last to visit. Ah, here we are. But let me see. Warning. Blah, 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 blah. Bobby Mice, just step inside. What did you say? There's a transition chamber. The main hall. Did you say warning something? Yeah, warning, schwarning. The instructions are old and faded. Let's go. This we used to get to the main hall. I don't recognize these symbols. Oh, let me...
Stop.
How do you want to play this, Captain? You go next and I follow, yeah?
Yeah, that sounds like a good plan. I mean, our guy just got swallowed by an evil
Just
elevator.
go into the chamber and push the button. I'll be right behind you.
But what's this other path, man? Stop pushing me. I want to... There's a thing here. What's down here in this
Don't
thing?
worry about me, Captain. I'll follow as soon as you go through.
That's great. I don't worry about you. You stop worrying about me. I want to see what's down here. It's just another way back to the tube. Okay. Let's go this way. That's one way to look at it. 4, 3, 2, 4. Oh gosh. BioShock, anyone?
Very, very good place. Powerful. It's magnetic research. That's.
Oh, wow!
Huh?
Is this real?
Yes.
What is that?
This is the secret vault out there. Now, first, we need to activate the magnetic fields and create an entryway. This machine here, it controls the.
This is some
electromagnetic
Skyrim stuff
field.
right here.
Okay, are you ready, Ingle?
Yeah. Go.
1, 2, 3, go! Hold this piece for me. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Mr. Blazkowicz, show me your laser weapon, please. There. This is just your prism to make your laser beam attuned to the proper frequency. And you should be able to charge the magnetic coils. You see them? It's up there. I will work to get this thing going.
How is this possible?
This is an ancient place, one of many. The Das Yichud, it built places like this before mankind knew of the compass, you know? When you have clarity of purpose, when you have people to share your cause, anything is possible. You understand me?
Right, anything, including magic.
Mr. Blazkowicz, hit the coils with your laser! The coils, up there! Charge them up with your laser!
Okay.
September 13th, 1941. A letter arrived from London today. I have procured a vial of pennyroyal oil. I have stolen some antibiotics from Mother. I won't be coming to work tomorrow.
Oh, jeez. Jack says, it seems you fight Nazis with the same gusto as the commies. Keep up the good work. That's right. Get the Nazis, get the commies, get them all. Elevation platform? Right. Jump? Okay. Wow, that was a lot of effort for an elevator.
All the way out low, he's a doer. You're a doer, champion!
I like this guy. Bad back and all. This guy's great.
And now we ascend.
All right, up we go.
Shimshin.
Shimshin, that's my name now. I am Shimshin.
No, Yingele. Tell me, Sephiroth is not a genius.
Right, it's a dwarven ruin. Okay.
Gentlemen, this is it. Go ahead, look around. Anything that is useful to you, you may take. Just remember, you are in a sacred space.
I am in a sacred place. Well, let's loot this sacred place.
Roger. I'm sufficiently impressed.
No. Okay. Oh, and it closed that one. Oh no, what have I done? Oh. Okay, try this one. Oh, gotcha. So what do we do? Just a process of elimination? Okay. Ah, there it is. Gear. Orb, if we're reading left to right. Pulse grenade. Okay. A little vase or urn. And a relay grenade. Okay. The last one. Map updated. Ooh, something over there. What you got? Hello. Laser craft upgraded. Portable reactor. Hey!
I think it'll fit in this here slot right here.
Yeah, but I'm using it as a portable reactor. Exit level. Is there anything I missed?
Hey, Blazkowicz, bring that odd-looking orb thing you found and put it right in this slot.
Calm your pants. I'm a looker. I'm looking. What's in there, huh? Hmm?
Come over here. I think we can get this weird thing working. Place the orb down.
Okay, fine.
Come in. Come in.
I read you, Caroline.
We have a lead on those decryption keys for the nuclear cannon. Anya? It's a troop transport train recalled from the African front. On board is the chief research scientist for Death's Head's latest generation super soldat program. He's leaving for the Nazi lunar base tonight to oversee the launch of the new super soldat. We intercept the troop transport train, locate the chief research scientist, steal his identity, and use it to permit Blazkowicz to take his seat on the lunar shuttle. Once you're at the lunar base, you need to find the nuclear decryption keys and bring them back to Earth.
Hey, when you say intercept the high-speed Nazi troop transport train, how do we do that?
Best side will be the Gibraltar Bridge.
Geez, and how do we stop the train?
Set. Any ideas?
We can use this one. This is very, very powerful. Where in English you couldn't call it, I mean, how's it? Spindly torque. You drop this in front of the train, this will stop anything.
Excellent. Leave right away.
Oh,
After
cool.
The train is en route.
Wow. You may want this for yourself, Captain Blazkowicz, but I'm planning on keeping it. You give that to Caroline.
Nazis built this bridge 3 years ago. Straight shot to the African front. They're just devouring Africa like they did everywhere else.
The train should be arriving at the bridge any moment now.
It's go time, Cap. Ready up.
Deploy the spindly torque.
Now! Arm the weapon and launch it!
Jack says, fun fact, Oxhorn, Shimshon is the Hebrew version of Samson, who was like Hercules. I see. Well, then I am Shimshon.
Sir!
Yes, okay.
Here comes the train!
Oh!
Christ! Oh, God! Oh, God, are you seeing this, Captain? What did I just do? We just killed the bridge, sir! We just killed the bridge with the big magic venom off! Oh, God!
Yeah, but all those people.
We just stopped the train. I'm about to drop off the captain. He is locked and loaded, good to go.
Roger that. Keep up the good work.
See that dangling railway wagon hanging over the exit marked number 6? London Nautica symbols on it. Death's Head's chief research scientist should be inside. I'll drop you off up ahead because I see a safe spot. Get through all that wreckage on the bridge and reach the Nautica wagon.
Oh dear. Okay.
All right, Captain. You can jump out now.
Okay. Alley up. Thank you.
Good, Cap. I'll keep scouting for a place to drop you off close to the Nautica railway wagon. I don't think I'll find one. Too much debris and ticked off Nazis. Keep doing your thing on foot.
William, in accordance with protocol, Death's Head's chief research scientist will be wearing an all-white uniform. All right, Blazkowicz. Find the Nazi with a white uniform and steal his identification papers. That's your ticket to the lunar base. He will be in one of the train cars there.
Ramona writes, September 20th, 1941. Still alive. The Nazi baby is gone. After the weekend, I go back to work. I have patients to tend to. I have Nazis to kill.
Okay, we're looking for a scientist in a white outfit. He has identification papers. We need to get to the moon. Only in Wolfenstein. Forgot to put my silencer on. Assault rifle upgrade, rocket launcher. Oh no. Oh no, what is this gonna do? I'm excited. Let's go upstairs. Okay, it works well. Who's shooting at me? Doggone it, who is it? Where was that? Oh. I see. Okay.
Can't see the nautical wagon from your position, yeah, Cap? But you can try navigating in the direction of the spindly torque. It's roughly the same direction, and you can see that thing from everywhere if you look up.
Gotta go over there. Spindly torque. All right. Oh! Transforming Sahara into a green paradise. Casablanca, November 13th, 1960. You may have seen the gleaming silver monoliths when flying overhead, but few know what they actually are. We are testing technology which could be used to transform other planets into places where Germans could live in the future, said space engineer Faust when we caught up with him for an interview. Faust, who has been living for the past year in the desert, describes the incredible new research project as a potential game changer for the future of our race. If Sahara can be transformed into a lush Garden of Eden, why not Mars or Venus? The possibilities may be endless, commented the space engineer with a humble smile. Humble smile.
January 5th, 1942. The Nazi appears to have poor reaction time. I learned this as I ran him over at the red light. I don't know what came over me. It was the middle of the day and people were looking. I drove away as fast as I could. I have to reduce the rate of my attacks or they will catch me.
Is she gonna get caught and executed? Hope not. Well, I fell into this one. Anything back here? Enigma code. Listen very carefully. I shall say this only once, says Andrew Turner. An Allo Allo reference, I believe. Hey, Ox, don't know if you realized it, but you missed the 13th entry. Did I? How do I go back? I didn't get it? I don't know. Okay, what am I doing? Up.
July 9th, 1943. The Nazi appears to be made of bacon. I learned this as 9 of them burned alive inside a late-night establishment. A lot can be accomplished with padlocks and gasoline. Father could smell the gasoline on my coat. I lied to him. He mustn't know what I have done. He's too sensitive.
Man, I need a sniper rifle. Is that it? Wait for it. Think we're good. Famous last words. La! Oosh. Oh, that's what I should have used. Here's the way out. Up we go first. Nazis, Nazis, Nazis. Stuck in the window. Okay. Onwards and upwards.
Inside, Death's Head's chief research scientist bound. Well, I'm coming for you. That's it, fucking spaceman.
July 4th, 1944. The Nazi is a hopeless romantic. I learned this while smashing his skull using the hammer I had hid behind my back as he knelt to pick up my fallen glove. If I was a boy, Father would have taught me how to handle a rifle. But instead I was trained to nurse the afflicted, dig dirt for relics, and write papers. I wish I knew a soldier. He could teach me how not to feel remorse. He would understand me.
Woo! What was that? What was that? Tesla, yeah. What's this? Oh, sweet.
From here, those Nazis all look like ants on an anthill, and you're like this stick poking.
Oh, man. Okay. Well, they're giving me lots of body armor. I'm assuming that's because something bad's about to happen. Right. What is that? Oh, hi. Jack says, would you play the second Wolfenstein game once this is over? The graphics and gameplay are a lot better. Maybe. Oh, I do have a sniper rifle. Ha 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 ha.
Heads up! Ahead of you is a Nazi checkpoint building. Looks fortified. And oh boy, there's a big gun.
Great. Where? Oh, man. Where's this put me? Oh, I made it. Oh, okay. That was the checkpoint. Jack says, chat wants me to tell you to yeet. What's a yeet? Some sort of mutated beet? I don't do vegetables, friends. Well, good thing I died right at the checkpoint. One more. Oh, behind me? What? It knows exactly what I need.
Blast doors unlocked.
Hey, Cap. We'll stand by. Yeah, hey, I found a spot where I can drop you off closer to the nautical wagon. Proceed down through the checkpoint interior and meet me outside on the walkway underneath the bridge.
Well, that was a waste of time. Oh, I can't believe I lived. How did I live? Holy cow.
September 23rd, 1946. A man came in today. Horrible head trauma. He has scars all over him. He won't speak. No one knows where he's from. I think he's a soldier, but not a Nazi. I wish he could talk to me. He has a strength about him.
Nope. He says, stupid way to die as I'm falling. Thank you, Blaskowitz. I didn't realize that already. Oh, God, do I gotta do this again? Nope. Okay. I tried. All right, one more. Nope. Or maybe. Yeah, let's not do that again. Let's not do that again. Jack says, do what I do. Throw high explosives and hope for the best. It works at least 1/4 of the time. Well, that's a good strategy. I'll try it. There we go. Let's throw some explosives. That's a grenade. Yep. Nope. 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 Ah! Too many crickets! Too many crickets! Oh, no! Yeah! Nope. Nope. Oh, yeah! Dude!
Still alive, sir. Just get in.
Okay, that sounds great.
You know, sir, I was a kid. The man I looked up to most was my wrestling coach, Coach Anderson. You remind me of him. All these years keeping the resistance going with Caroline, a lot of times I ask myself, what would Captain Blazkowicz do? What would Captain Blazkowicz do? Still do. All right, I'll drop you off here.
Now, why couldn't they just do that to begin with? Oh. Yeah. Yeah. Aww. Drop you off here, he says. Make a jump for it, though.
You know, sir, I was a kid. The man I looked up to most was my wrestling coach, Coach Anderson. You remind me of him. All these years keeping the resistance going with Caroline, a lot of times I ask myself, what would Captain Blazkowicz do? What would Captain Blazkowicz do? Still do. Alright, I'll drop you off here.
Golly, what the heck? All right, let's try this again. What? Okay. Whoa, whoa, what's going on with my stutter here? Wow. Why Emil? Music is great. Okay. There it is. Okay.
Stupid way to die.
Wow. 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 That's 3. Three times. Now I'm just anxious and angry. That's what I get. Whoa! Got him.
Got the papers. Now what?
We need to move fast. The lunar shuttle leaves tonight from the London Nautica. You will need your equipment up there, but you need to check it as luggage. Not allowed in the passenger cabin. You need to keep a low profile. You may need a shave and a haircut. You certainly need some sleep. You'll need to recover your equipment from the luggage area once you've arrived at the lunar base. Finally, you need to find those nuclear decryption keys.
Got it. Great. And with that, I'm going to have to call an end to this broadcast before I embarrass myself further by falling again into the sea. What a way to go. But we did it. We got through it. Thank you for joining me for Scotch and Smoke Rings episode 493. Next week, we will pick up right here where we leave off on the lunar base for episode 494. I'll be doing another live stream this weekend on Saturday of Fallout 76. Tomorrow, a video on Huntersville. Sunday, a video on either New Vegas or Fallout 3. But lots of lore coming out, so stay tuned for a lot more content. Anyway, thank you all for coming to this broadcast. I hope you had a great time. I had a great time. Thanks for being patient with my gameplay, and I will see you all again very, very soon. Take care.